I'm so glad you joined me today as my talk about Guitar Center and some of the great things about Guitar Center, buying guitars and equipment from them, and some of the things that aren't so great also. But first, just want to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'll show you some beautiful things that you've never heard before, like this, natural harmonics. So much more to come. If you subscribe to my channel, you'll hear things like this that I've never heard anything like that on YouTube or anywhere else. It's natural harmonics. I'm using bass notes. It's simple to do actually, but you've got to follow. You've got to subscribe. All right, today, getting back to business now. Guitar Center. Should I buy a guitar there? Well, I'm not saying you shouldn't. This beautiful Gretsch, it's almost brand new really. I only played on a few hours. It's a Gretsch, Chet Atkins model. Thank you, Chet, for designing this wonderful guitar. Country Gentleman. I love it, love it, love it. And you just heard it through a Fender Tone Master amp. Bought that at Guitar Center. That Larrivee, bought it from Guitar Center 35 years ago. This Telecaster, bought it 2 years ago, something like that. So, you know, obviously a lot of effects and everything. I've bought a lot of things from Guitar Center over the years. And are they perfect? No. But are they better than the alternative? Are they better than, for instance, a Reverb.com? Or are they better than a Sweetwater.com? Well, that might be for you to decide. But let's just talk about the three ways that you can buy on Guitar Center. You can go in the store and they have a nice variety of guitars and a lot of effects, and it's stuffed floor to ceiling with guitars. You can also order online. So if you order online, that means that they'll ship it in from another store. It might be in Nevada, and they'll ship it down here, and they get it to you pretty fast, and they're very good on their orders. They'll get it in here fast. 3 days usually of working days. You know, give them a break, maybe 4. But my experiences has been three days, sometimes 4. The order, like you order a complex order, it doesn't all come in at the same time most of the times. But I just wait, have it sent to the store, and then go pick up the whole load when it comes in. Also, online, if they don't have the instrument or the effect that you want, they can reserve it through the manufacturer. So now that's something I would be careful of, because I've done that a couple of times. I wanted to buy a beautiful Gibson double neck guitar because I'd like to play Led Zeppelin and do fingerstyle Led Zeppelin. I wish I could play it on this channel, but it's copyrighted, so I can't really do it, but I'll come up with some other cool stuff, believe me. So it's a waiting game. Will that guitar be made and come available, you know, in the next few months? You know, they'll give you a date, but it's, you know, I wouldn't do it, honestly, because you're gonna have your money tied up, and you'll be, by the time it comes in, you may have moved on and said, you know, what the heck, I'm doing something else completely different now. So they have a nice variety in the stores, but they don't have a lot of stuff also. I mean, they have mostly the lower end, middle range. That's gonna be, who knows, 95% of their sales are gonna be the lower end stuff. You know, they'll sell some Les Pauls, Gibsons, and they'll sell a lot of Strats, and they'll sell Squires by the Gadzooks. I actually worked there for a while, and those guitars get sold and they go out the door fast. So the lower ends primarily. People are starting out, you know, there are a lot of people buy them. Same thing with effects. If you go into a store, they have a lot of effects there, but most of the things I ever had to order, the effects are not available. In the Metroplex, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you know, there's like 5 or 6, 7, I don't know, a ton of Guitar Centers, but they would have to order them in because they don't carry a huge variety. Now, what I found also is, first off, like say you want a Boss pedal, okay, it's an MT2. Let's say that's what you're looking for, an MT2. Well, you're going to pay the same for that anywhere because it's the manufacturer's suggested, and it's not, by the way, it's not suggested, it's demanded. You're not going to sell that for more than, you know, 109, whatever they go for. That's what everybody's going to sell it for. Somehow people beat that through Amazon by a couple of dollars. I don't know how they do it. I'd be careful about the warranty on that kind of thing. So you have a limited variety, so you order it online. Well, whenever you get it in, a lot of times what I found, my personal experience has been, when I get that order in, most of the time it's actually brand new, but let's define what is brand new. Apparently that's up for interpretation somewhat at Guitar Center, I think, in my personal opinion, because I'll get a box, almost half the stuff I would say that I get in from Guitar Center is, oh, there's something's open, you know, something's not sealed just right. It's been resealed, but it's not just perfect. So is that a really bad thing? Well, actually, I haven't really had any problems with the things that had been opened before, and I'm just assuming that they are returned items and they have been returned to the store for reasons unknown. Somebody just didn't like the sound of it. They thought it was going to be different. It wasn't what they expected. You know, everybody returns things. Musicians, you got a sound in your head when you can't get that. You think you're going to get it through ordering some expensive gizmo, and you get it in, you're disappointed. So you're going to take it back. Well, what could be happening is Guitar Center's turning around and selling that as new. They ask whenever you return something, was it defective? And if it is, then it's going to go back to the manufacturer, I'm sure, or somebody's going to work on it. They'll sell it as used. I don't know how they do it. But a lot of it, in my opinion, is turned around and sold as new again. Not really brand new, you know, used other maybe, but they don't really have that category. So now let's say you're looking for a Loudon guitar, which please sponsor me, Loudon, someday. And the Loudon, you're not going to find a Loudon acoustic guitar in Guitar Center unless it's a used one and older one. They're not going to carry all these name brands. There's too many of them, to be honest. So they got to go with the big sellers, you know, Gibson, Fender, Ibanez to an extent, a lot of different brands. I bought my Larrivee, they dropped that. I don't know why they dropped that. That's the best guitar out there, I think. The worst marketing. But Guitar Center also has gotten to where if you buy in the store, the higher end, even the mid-high range and on up, they're going to be pretty much all under lock and key. Now, I understand that. I get it. You know, people are going to damage it. They're going to scratch it. They're going to hit it with their fingernails. They're going to drop it, bang it. So I can understand that. Unfortunately, you have to have somebody with you whenever you got to take them off the sales floor. And good luck. Don't go on a Saturday afternoon to get somebody to stand there while you pick your guitar feeling nervous about it. So they're kept locked up. Now they're sold, like I said, at suggested retail, so you're not going to get a bargain on a new one. Now the used stuff, actually, I'm going to go out here on a limb and say I would prefer to have the used stuff because Guitar Center has a wonderful return policy. They're awesome. And 45 days, used to be 60. Then you have to check this because this video gets old, it'll be different. But right now it's 45 days for any reason or no reason. Just bring it in. All they want to know is, did you, was it defective? And if it is, then they'll mark it down. But they never gave me a hard time about returning equipment. I've returned a few things, and I hate returning stuff. But they're cool, man. They'll take it right back, no questions asked, except for, you know, things they have to ask. So at Sweetwater, I think you've got, at this point in time, there's like a 30-day return policy. Reverb, you know, but so we'll say at Sweetwater, you're probably going to get something new that's never been opened. You know, it's going to be absolutely sealed. So that's a plus. Oh, give them 1 point. But if you return it for any reason, you got to pay shipping. Have you checked shipping costs now? Man, you can't ship anything for under. If you have to pay for it, You'll use their label, so you'll get a discount, but it's expensive to ship stuff back, and it's on your dime, so you're getting paying two-way shipping, one way or the other. If you buy from Reverb, I bought some things from Reverb too. I bought one of these, but it was a different year, and I got it in, and the wiring had been changed on it. I think it was unknown to even though it was a dealer. You know, musicians love to play with stuff. So be careful, you know, a lot of times they can bring it in, modify it, and then take it back, and who's the wiser? I found out about it, and I didn't like it. Be careful about Reverb. They do have some great stuff. My suggestion, actually, at the end of the day, is to buy something used that's not old, something that's like mint or excellent condition at Guitar Center, because you got a longer return policy. There's Guitar Center stores probably in your town, everywhere. They're all over. You can take it back to the store and save on shipping. And they're super cool about it. And if you buy something from Reverb, like, they will hassle you, because it's like eBay. You know, if the eBay seller, if they set the policy, they used to set the policy, they don't anymore, but you're gonna argue and have to fight with this guy, man. They don't want to take it back. So, you know, I had some issues with sellers before on Reverb, not as described, and they want to fight, and Reverb will take their side about half the time. So I am recommending Guitar Center or Sweetwater, but Guitar Center, buy it a little bit used in excellent mint condition, and you can take it back right down the street wherever your Guitar Center is. You can try it out for a longer period of time too. Now you might say, well, Guitar Center's going out of business. Well, you know, they're CAA1 rated. They just got downgraded from Moody's to BAA3. So that's a junk bond status. I don't think they're going to go out of business personally, because they sell a ton of guitars, and they would owe a lot of people a lot of money if they went under. So I don't think that's going to happen personally. They're building stores all over the place, and I hope they don't, because where else are you going to get to try out all this wonderful gear? Nowhere. You're not going to find this stuff anywhere. So support your Guitar Center. Go in there and buy something. Don't buy everything from, you know, Sweetwater or, you know, any Reverb. You know, they're there. They got a store. They have a brick and mortar. You can go walk in there and try out their stuff. So I do recommend Guitar Center, and I would say personally, anything I buy in the future is going to be used in excellent condition and at a lower price. So I've lost all that markup, you know, 50% markup or whatever. That's going to get returned to me. And chances are I'm getting something used anyway, so might as well do it like that. And again, the Guitar Center is a great store. A lot of musicians work there. You know, support your local musicians, because they're working in Guitar Center probably. All right, that's about it for this video. I hope I was able to help.